Alright, welcome back to Soul Spark Tarot. I'm your host, Mr. Anu. And so today we got our message, daily message we had, which is to follow your intuition today, to live your life in your abundant intuition today. So that is a cool, awesome thing. I think so as I'm looking through the cards and I'm watching the ones catch my eye, what I'm seeing is that there's a lot of negativity that's going to be coming your way. And you have to follow your intuition, but it's not the intuition of reaction. It's the intuition of knowing the faith that you have within yourself is unshakable, is unbreakable, and old tactics are going to be presented, and you must maneuver based upon your feelings. That means you must be obligated to your own responses. Be obligated to you. Don't be obligated to a situation that you believe needs to happen. No, what needs to happen is your belief in what you naturally respond to. Again, I saw we've got strength at the bottom right now, and then I also saw that there is the Ten of Swords. Again, there's going to be things today that's going to attempt to defeat you. And in that attempt, it is really imperative that we focus on how do we need to respond. Be obligated to yourself today, because again, like right now, or not right now, earlier this morning, there's a comment about this dude giving these long ass paragraphs on this post talking about how throwing something at somebody is assault. And I'm saying, well, there's a couple of other legalities in there that comes in prior, prior to the assault, like for the instance of battery. There is no physical harm, but he said that because the person in question on the video threw their TV, he's called it assault. And I said, well, the physical action is battery. So before you got to understand, the assault charge can't stand alone by itself. That's what they don't understand. And by me simply stating the battery aspect and then the business criminal aspects behind the actions, again, he just wants to start saying that I'm being emotional. I'm like, what? How do you get that from any of my texts when I'm being short? So, and what that means, to bring it home relative to this, that person is following their own intuition, which is stating that he is the one being overly emotional upon the subject. I don't care. I don't care. I post and comment and respond to people on social media quite often. I don't care. Just like I would teach people. But again, I don't even care to teach people. And that's why I've been having second guesses and thoughts with this position that I'm in now anyway. I just don't care about people who aren't grateful. So I'm there for the people who are grateful of me, but then I'm realizing that I still don't want to be around the motherfuckers who just are there, or they want to go this pathway and not that pathway. I'm over here for a reason. And that's the whole thing. I'm in the spiritual world for a reason. I'm giving myself more of an excuse to not endure, the hardships any longer. I want to embrace and endure the easy times, the flow of life, the things that are abundant and needed and, set up for me. My own abundance. So, stepping into a world that allows you to be who you are and do what you want is really all about you accepting that you can do and be anything no matter what changes around you. I use fitness to teach people. I got a lot of books on it, but I use fitness to teach people that no matter if you breathe in, no matter if you breathe out, the actions don't change in your mind. So if you're focused on doing an activity in your mind, doesn't matter what it looks like on the outside. You have a mental focus, and your mind can't get tired. But the muscles behind thinking, the functions behind carrying a thought from one place to another. Those processes can slow down and get tired. So you must understand that the vision is not attached to anything physical. So you must detach all the physicals that inhibit that vision. So in the case of, working with this student, yeah, I'm not going to be working with that student. They're going to try somebody else. I can't just outright decline a person if they come back to me, but I would make it known. Because again, these things happen without feedback. So I don't know if it's something that I said, maybe I'm too advanced. I don't have, maybe they wanted something else and I gave them a certain thing. I'm just out here doing what I believe that the development needs. And what that means is I'm following my intuition. Again, I don't know what the expectations are of parents if I don't talk to them. I don't know what the expectations are for people if I don't talk to them. If you can't communicate properly, cool. But even if you do communicate properly, you have to understand that there are people who speak in different terms than you, who are focused on different aspects, who learn differently. So I try to come from a position of standardized communication across all levels. So if you can't fuck with me, I pretty much think you're stupid. That's how it kind of go down, because I've practiced so many different areas of communicating: kids, adults, old people, books, fucking posts, I, blogs. I've done it in a lot of different ways to try to communicate with people. And I believe that I'm pretty good, but people don't think LeBron is good. LeBron James is clearly the GOAT. And so it's me trying to remove myself from the illusions because the right people will hear me. It doesn't matter if the wrong people don't. And I mean, this person responded now. Probably gonna write a whole nother paragraph book talking about how I'm emotional. I'm clearly not. But they would never be able to see the real me interacting with the energies that they're exuding. So this is the intuition that I'm trying to get you to understand. The fact that at this one time frame I'm expressing how it doesn't matter to me, and I'm showing you examples in my real life, and then this person is in real time still responding to some shit, in a sense that he is interpreting, it's crazy. And that's the same thing I see with these people I work with. It's like I'm giving them what they're looking for, and because it's packaged in a way that's so simple, they don't think they're getting what they're deserving of. They're actually getting way more, and it's fucking crazy, but it's easy. If you don't know the trade, if you don't know, then guess what? You don't know. That's why I like arguing with people online about certain shit. And then I really especially like arguing with certain teachers, because most teachers, they have only taught their one grade, or, a grade or two near it. If you're a second grade teacher, you probably teach third grade or first grade kind of vibe. If you're an eighth grade teacher, you could probably teach seventh grade or ninth grade, no problem. I've taught from like 11th grade all the way down to fucking second grade, like have classes with. So the fact that and then I've tutored outside of that, same thing, and then I've coached up parents and adults. So for me, I've seen a lot of different types of development, a lot, and a lot of people haven't. And so a tower moment normally comes down when they think that they know certain things and they just don't. I tried telling another coworker of mine who's really, really good at what he does. I'm like, yeah, I can see that you're really good at what you do. And I can see that you don't have any experience teaching a classroom, but I can see that you're aware of yourself enough to where you can adjust and you can make these things reconcile. And I think he kind of took it Well, he took it right the first time, and as he thought about it, I think he felt a little bit critical of my words. But at the end of the day, it's true. This gentleman has never been a teacher, but you can tell he has experience teaching people. So he's able to fill in his own gaps. And that's great. That's what you should be. But again, it's typical shit. So because it's the typical cookie cutter behaviors and actions, a person like me who is a little more creative, I'm fucking smart, bro. So I've seen more interactions than most people. And then I'm a visual person. Like I'm a seer. I seen shit, bro. I see these dynamics that people can't even fucking conceive of, which is why I talk the way I do. But none of these things ever stop me from being in my fucking truth. It doesn't matter how the people respond to. Do you know how many people I've met who do not like rich people for the simple fact that they don't know how to get rich? Fucking crazy. So many teachers in the school industry who vote and think a certain way for the simple fact that they've never tried a new way. That's it. They have never tried the other way, so the other side is bad. Never ever gave it a chance, nothing. So, again, staying true to you is all about appreciating who is for you and who is not. And Deion Sanders says this the best. A lot of people say this, so it's not just him, but I think using him as an example is really good. But Deion Sanders says this the best. Whether they're cheering for you or whether they're hating for you, stay focused. And that's it. His team has been up and down. A lot of people in the media, they really want to let the Colorado Buffaloes have it, whether that's a good way or a bad way. They just, their gossip, they're the main topic. People just want to know. And that's the same thing I feel too. I feel like people just want to know and understand what I do. But the versatility that I bring and the approach that people conceive behind the scenes who set these things up, they talk to me. They know my approach. They see what I'm doing. They see the consistencies. They know that what I'm saying will work from second grade all the way up until fucking graduate school. These things are so consistent that I bring. It's hard to believe that it's actually useful across all grades. But I've practiced this shit, so you can't deny my experience. You can't deny what I've already done, and that's historical for me. You can't take away my anecdotal evidence. All you can do is compare it to the non-anecdotal, or what we call our average, which is the understanding of all people and their own anecdotals, and then us superimposing them into a new figure of relativity. The average number, which can change. That's just a description. That is the average between a number set. So a lot of people don't look at those particular details. They just want to get the job done so they can have the job completed. Nah, not me. Again, the job will never be completed on an intuitive basis. There's always more. So being aware of what you can and putting boundaries up across what you have are what we're allowing ourselves to really be dictated by. It's a full moon. I can be full of all these emotions, but on the past week, I've been lazy in one area and really focused in another area. I've been really focused on my physical health. I've been really focused on this project. I've been really focused on making sure that my structures and routines are in place. I haven't really been focused on money like that. So but I've been sleeping more. I've been working out more. I've been working on the project more. I've been more organized. A lot of those things are here because I'm treating myself in a way that allows me to be comfortable with what I'm intuitively feeling, not what I'm externally exuding. So if I seem a little detached, cool, that's great. If I seem a little bit, unaware, cool, that's great. If I seem a little, focused or highly concentrated on something, that's great too. What matters is that I'm feeling good at what I do and I'm still polite, I'm still professional. All the basics are checked off. So now when I have my basics and my bare minimum complete and I do something on top, in addition of, it at the end of the day, you're going to be mad that I'm doing that plus ultra. So, yeah, that is going to be this spiritual yap for you guys on this one. Um, yeah, let's just take the time. Let's just really, we got to take the time to, you know, try to really be ourselves. And as we take the time to really try to be ourselves, we have to understand that ourselves are changing. And so instead of focusing on what's going in and what's coming out, focus on the me who is observing the changes happen, and then focus on the me who responds to the changes that happened. It's two. Spiritually teaching people is the thing that I like to do. I feel like it really allows me to truly express myself. When I'm in a classroom, I have the education to reference and I help people conceive better. But at the end of the day, these words are here for you. So I'm hoping that you're able to really step into your intuition today. I hope you're okay with allowing things to shuffle in your life. And then, most importantly, I hope you're okay with allowing yourself to observe your responses to those shuffles, because that's the only way that you learn. And guess what? There are extremes, but you should have boundaries before you get to those extremes, because there are extremes prior to your most extreme. This is what we call a range. So, if you have a range, you can expand your range or you can contract your range, but you must observe yourself. And with that being said, see you on the next one so we can actually do this reading for today. Peace.